they could have a strong enough front line to allow Exofang to scale into those 3 item on-hit Devourers to try and chip into the Braum, the Jarvan, and the Scion.
Kind of adaptation to some of the lane swaps. That's the level 2, but it'll be a 3v1 dive. Lands the accelerated shock blast, goes into hammer form, goes to the skies. The Q goes wide, but the passive will still be there. Flag, drag. Mientech is in the dirt. Woo! Flash away from Crowdy, just about surviving. The other side, Baus is going to get some back. Very happy with how that lane swap has started.
I really hope that Nemesis doesn't... Oh, no, he catches it. He catches it.
It's a flash available, can look for something more. Throw the W out there to Cayman in case the stun came his way. Went flashing on forwards, looking to get the autos and the executes. We'll get it with one more. And
really dodge when she throws abilities at you because the hit bar on those things is absolutely insane. So yeah, they just catch Nemesis like that. Good catch there for Bulldogs, but Baus, you know what? I said he's not gonna proxy on the bot lane most likely. Forget I said anything. It's Baus. I gotta give him more credit. He's gonna die. Yeah, but he's gonna get this wave regardless.
That's a ways back. Has gone towards the lethal tempo, so likely will be on hit. Can get towards the slightly tanky build. Nemesis has to be very careful here. The Solar Snare goes wide. Value looking to come around the corner. Sapling slow. Will be there. Flash forwards to get the twisted advance. They get the kill. Velia has to flag and drag out. And Nemesis 0 and 2 this game. Double kill over to Cayman. A much better start than the last one as Scion hits the level 6. Big lethality and power.
Respectfully from the top lane, doesn't have level 6, doesn't have mana, so there is no say he has in the question of the Krabbies. Los Ratones are gonna get these ones. Again, with the bot lane having lane swap to the top lane, it's so easy to go for this early objective from the top part.
Massive. That's surely dead. Last auto. Nicely played.
Before we do that, it's an easy dragon if you have Crowny without so much DPS on that Jinx. Allows you to get the objectives very quickly.
And last game, Crowny ended up in a 200 CS at like 15 minutes. It was a ridiculous pace to be farming and took the early advantage in lane, took them to a huge amount of plates. Mientech actually in a lot of danger here, gets knocked up by the decimating smash and solo killed by Baus's Scion. Bausy here to play the go to top lane, showing exactly where he got that namesake from. Lulis gonna try and maybe trade this one back as Baus and Cayman on top of Lulis might end up in a bit of a tete-a-tete. Knockup comes on through the 3 talent strike, the Solar Snare a little wide.
He doesn't care!
The Radiant Volley just gets the kill, Cayman on the killing spree. Still gets all the wave, still got the kill himself, is perfectly happy to trade that out.
He didn't even turn around to look at them when they went for him. That is truly something. Ooh, that goes a little bit wide. Who is there? Outside of the
just secured.
Objective, in fact, secured. Kudos to Crowny. That was a sniper move. Ooh, here we go.
Hang on, where's Baus coming on in? As the Cataclysm's out, X-Vegas survive. Nature's grasp comes on down. Baus goes down, but he's still got a zombie form with some lethality behind him. Valia trying to flash on after safety as Cayman. It gets rocked by Baus's zombie. It's the wrong game mode. This is looking like COD zombies out here. What is that, Scion?
I don't know. Baus is cosplaying a Walking Dead in this game apparently because all he does, he dies and then gets something in return. Either some more minions or some enemy champions.
Her range isn't necessarily super superb. We heard it from Jamada. Normally she wants people to come into her, and there is some value in this game, but what are you really reflecting? The rocket? Possibly valuable. The Syndra stun probably the most valuable, or maybe the full eyes. Doesn't really care. Flash forwards? Baus is just having it. Really wants that Jace flash traded by Mientech. Dragon secured. And really wants this turret. Might just go down to zombie form and say, that's cool, I'll die. And take the turret regardless. Rocket.
Oh, that was close.
Really doesn't get the turret. Okay. Gets a kill.
He gets the
that's
minions.
Nice.
Hey, he has his priorities.
And that's so galling. Came in, out of range of Scout of the Week. Lands a queue of themselves. Could look to speed themselves up. Looks for the Solar Snare. Can't quite find it, but Kasing will bring out the roots. The execute comes on through. Misuse of the rebuttal. It is soundly denied. Judge Nemesis says no. Bulldog's supposed to have something of a poke comp. The Jace, you got the Varus going on hit, yes. The Mel. Like, you're supposed to be able to play around those 3 damage dealers. Mientech does actually do a decent job. Goes to the skies, looks for some autos, backs and powers it with the hypercharger. In comes Scion with the ultimate. Yells cowards and does go down the zombie. A hammer blow away. Will keep Baus down even with the zombie form there. A nice play from Mientech. The Bulldog will knock down 6,000 gold. It's still not fantastic. The Jinx, who is a massive win condition, is very ahead. You have, however, got your Mel to 5 and 2. Has matched well into the Syndra. Unfortunately died in that 1v2 there to Nemesis, who kind of broke some ankles by just not pressing stun to the right moment. They're going to try and turn around here themselves. Finding an angle. Big Solar Snare. Velia is dead. Executed by Searing Radiance. Lulis now in danger. Stun comes on through. Stun afterwards will go down. Does not really to stay around, but it turned around, Golden Eclipse! Make sure it's a good night. Crowny dies, huge shutdown going the way of this Mel. Sion, though, in the picture is on the tier 2. He's just not stopping. Someone needs to get that much value. Twisted advance forwards. Baus now trying to run away with a phase rush. And Lumberjack Sion. He works all day. He sleeps all night. And he's about to sleep for a bit longer in the ground as BNTech comes and puts him into the dirt.
Oh my
And the
God.
multipath reference. Wait, that zombie is so silly.
But because of that, we don't really get much by killing Baus. And we sacrifice the Herald that is going to Los Ratones' hands right now. And Los Ratones will continue pushing it because, hey, with this bot lane completely destroyed now, with this Herald, this top lane is not gonna stand for long either.
Nemesis possibly in danger here as Kassin goes speeding forwards. In danger himself, tries to Bramble Smash, gets knocked up, the passive is there. And Nemesis picks up a 3rd kill. Dark Seal, now it's 7 stacks. Ludus goes forward, trying to clear out the wave. Chompers don't quite arm, but the turret falls. That means Jinx is excited. Crescent Guard forced to be popped. Crowny keeps autoing. Value gets inside the Crescent Guard, and Ludus has to flash out to safety chains of corruption. Land onto Reckless, who says, I'm just going to put up a load of trees. And runs away, courtesy of that.
Bleeding heavily. And right now is not the time to bleed. There is a 3rd dragon actually dying at this very moment because Los Ratones are taking it with Bulldogs having something else on the map. I see the timer and I know that Altacon has spawned on the top lane and Los Ratones are taking it. No vision for Bulldogs if I see that correctly, which means they don't understand the health path. They cannot walk in and they have a Herald on the top lane. What are you doing here?
Reckless and Baus just bodyguard say, you're not allowed into this club, you are not important enough. Now they got withdrawals available. Join the Bank of Vatican and get the withdrawal cards. Very, very difficult. All the while, BNTech has tried to shove onto the tier 2 and get something back with 2 items on the Jace. Gone for the Ghostblade second to a lethality Jace themselves. Trying to get that one out. The problem is you're now racing against a Herald that was summoned earlier. Kasing slowed down, came and gets over, but it's still a 4-grub Herald charge as in goes Velia with the Cataclysm. Came in. Turns up the rebuttal, times it a little late, has the Sarah shield come on up as Nemesis now looking to land a Scatter the Week. Just puts the force of will to ensure that Mel is crushed into the ground. That laning phase feels a long, long time ago. The build as well, more about the extended fights, the overtime damage. And at this point it feels like this Syndra is right back in the game. Up 5th kill, BNTech flashing in to get to the skies, trying to get some withdrawals but can't do it. And Los Ratones. Every time in the mid-game, it just feels like they hit a point where they know their damage better than you do, know their ability to pressure structures better than you do. They'll claim an inhibitor, the Herald starts it, and the kills end it. Charge on in from the side to get a chunk onto the turret. Do they just want to end? I think they do. XFN trying to play this one out, gets some speed up, gets one back, but it's not going to matter as Cayman respawned, and they've got withdrawals to work with. Sion gets a knock-up, will surely go down to the... Ironically, the to run out to safety. No, you can't have that happen. And now Los Ratones are going to come over and try and play. Nemesis still got the withdrawal to work with, which is kind of feeling happy. To walk over, runs into a sapling and burns down. Oh, that's hilarious. X-Fang coming on over as Reckless and Baus still trading this one out. Knocked up the Jace, who tries to get a Thundering Blow, gets a bit of a heal back and does okay. Surviving. X-Fang trying to trade out as Velia leaps into the back line by putting down the Stranded and Dragon striking in. A double kill to the newer jungler, the rookiest member of Los Ratones. So it looking like it this game, 3-2 and 11, having a Stormer.
And they're just not allowing Bulldogs to play in this game. No one is allowed to. Not even Exofang, for example, has been doing relatively okay in the first part of the game, but then finding a death after death. Even after really good ultimates he's been throwing at Los Ratones, they're not enough to change.
Tries to get the rebuttal down. It's not bad. That means Nemesis in danger and goes down. Baus also desperately low, but there's enough of a slow onto Lulis that he can't chase any further. Still going to lose that final remaining inhibitor turret. Lulis chunked out, remember, doesn't have the Crescent Guard anymore. So Crowdy says, you're dead. You're mine, son. Steps on forward, still excited. And so very happy to meet you. Reckless says, stand behind me. The Cataclysm. So aptly named, it's the end of days. And Bulldog, their bark was definitely not as bad as their bite. They don't have anything left in the jaws. And Los Ratones are a plague on this game. They overwhelm Bulldogs 2-0 in decisive fashion.